I think it'll be fine now. Yeah, I was looping because I had my stream stuff on, but I forgot to turn off my replayed video. So let's see if it derps again. Okay, it looks good. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, last time we were here, we were fighting some of the boys that Gil Lamb actually employs is a very interesting word for this. Sort of the ones he's picked up. And then
taking out the half-orc, right?
Yeah, we took out the half-orc. All the kids are pretty much...
Wow.
all the kids are actually are not trying to fight you anymore. Since Giggles is actually gone, they've calmed down and they are willing to not do anything against you aggressively. So I think that was pretty much it. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Oh. Well,
let's see. Oh yeah, you guys came through here. You met Yargan, I believe it was, and then you took him out, and then you came back. And you went into this room. So. Also, you guys can control all your guys, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're good.
Alright.
I'd like to ask the kids if there's somewhere safe that they could go.
And the response saying, like, I mean, this was the safest place that they could have been, just because this is where they could sleep, and even though all of them are children who essentially were homeless or had no families, this is where Lamb was kind of giving them a place to stay, so they're unsure where they can really go. Are you asking? They're curious if you're asking them, like, do you want them to go somewhere, or
Yeah, I guess I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to suggest that they maybe seek sanctuary in one of the temples. I'm certain that they could take refuge for the time being, since we don't think this is a safe place for them to be anymore.
Okay. Okay,
I commend the children on their valiant defense and suggest that they all probably have likely careers in assassination gear. Should they so ill fit?
They did do quite a lot of damage. So they comply. They all start motioning outward. They kind of stop here and they notice that the other guys, they actually don't know because he's behind the table. So they all escape outwards.
Ignore the left ladder.
What the? It's two.
Mirror image.
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know, Age, sorry.
When's the doppelganger?
Come
Visibly remembering the bodies there, the kids have to walk right past it.
Get rid of the kids.
Well, now that I've picked up my army, I'm gonna try and remove the javelin from Aiden's posterior and grab my remaining javelins that I unsuccessfully launched at Mr. Hathor.
Okay. So you reclaim them. They're not damaged.
I'll hand the javelin back to you. Don't do that again.
It seemed like a much better idea at the time than it turned out to be.
I am sure it did.
You appear none the worse for it.
So let's see. Ways you can kind of go. You can go up these stairs, which will take you to another room. If you feel adventurous, you can even go through the water.
We've not yet seen Lamb, but I would be willing to bet that anyone else in the building has heard us.
I can send the beasts upstairs to check this other room. Just tell us what's inside. If that's all right.
We should finish searching the premise and see if we can find any leads.
Yeah, I'm maybe confused on the logistics here. Like, we came in this way, and then we came in here.
You came through here. Yeah, you came down the stairs, and then these these other stairs go upward.
So are we technically like, are we somehow below the water level then? If we came in at water level and went down, or were we like? I guess I just don't follow the lay of the land here.
I think we're at water level now, and the rooms where we came in were above water level.
Let me double check. I believe you're on the second floor. I'm sorry, you're on the first floor right now, yeah. And then everything in like this area are all second floor.
Okay, so it drops kind of following that dock down to the water.
Mm-hmm. So like if you look out into the boat, you would be considered. Let's see how it was. Pretty much like on the higher side of the boat, so.
I would move that we should move to the staircase and go up the stairs here. We'll go see what's in the rest of this building.
I'm gonna ask the beast to climb up this waterway in stealth.
Okay.
And see what's inside.
So when you go inside, you what the hell?
Plus 21 modifier.
It's a bug. It does really well with that.
What's your strength?
So when you come in here, you're going to see a metapositive discipline, yes.
What does he get, like a plus 10 size bonus?
It's preposterous.
You see a couple more kids in here. And then you see another person. It's a humanoid. He's kind of just watching what they're doing.
Are they like getting weapons and armor? Are they like freaking out? Do they seem to have noticed? Are they alerted to us, or do they see you doing normal kid stuff?
They're still just working on sort of Lamb's operations here. The taskmaster seems a little bit more concerned just because he heard the noise, but there wasn't a heavy amount of like yelling and I guess death to really alert him. Like he heard the sounds, but he's not really sure what's going on.
There's horseplay in the back. Yeah.
I'm gonna first time somebody's dying on the premises.
Well, I let everyone else know this. There's a few more. There's a few more kids.
Oh
The
yeah.
room, as you described it, it sounds like there are multiple entrances. Would we benefit from a two-pronged approach?
I'm not sure that we even know necessarily.
Well, there's one other room we haven't explored between the two, though.
No, what I'm suggesting is we could go out on the balcony to the west. How do I do that now? I don't know how I double click. Here,
I'm trying
like,
to.
someone could go through the front door.
Can we reach that from the ground level?
Yeah, there's
Is that a ramp over here on the left side?
There's a door right
We could
here,
go out
and then
that door and then go up the ramp. I mean, somebody could do that as well as go up the stairs in the room that we're in and attack that way.
Okay, I'll go around the back way.
Does anyone have means of healing?
I have a bit. Not a lot, but I have a healer's kit and one cure light wounds.
I can draw on Serenre's warmth to heal you.
Your kindness speaks well of your kind.
Much appreciated over here too. Thanks.
Are you? Is someone badly hurt? Do they need it?
Yeah, I don't see Aiden's health bar on his token, so I can't tell.
I'm down to 5 from 12.
let's see.
Am I supposed to put that health bar there myself?
Yeah, you could. Like if you
Anything.
click on your token, you'll see the cogwheel, and you go to the cogwheel, and then you can set the bar values.
I'm not too familiar with how a healing kit works here, but I'll give it a healer's kit. But I'll give a. Is that just for stabilizing, or can we actually get some HP out of it?
I think healing kits are for injuries. I'm double checking. Okay, so like, the healer's kits are to help with heal checks, so they will essentially help with injuries more so than.
Yeah, for like stabilizing and stuff.
I thought that might be the case. Do you,
Do you have? Actually, let me go look at your sheets. Let's see. Alright, never mind. So you guys want to well, let me go ahead and know how you want to move.
I will go back the way we came and make my way around to the back very quietly. Try to make sure nobody's up on the balcony before I come up the ramp.
Okay.
I'll ask Ghoul in all his wisdom and height to join me going up these stairs.
I will take point. I will attempt to be somewhat quiet in this in this effort. So let me remember how to do this. / roll d20 plus 7 minus 4. Awesome dice.
Because so the door right here is actually closed, so with 11 they still can't hear you. They'll hear a little bit of a sound, but they're not. It's an old place, so for all they know, it's just the woods just being kind of old and crickety. I don't think it's actually somebody.
I take it the balcony is safe then.
Yeah, balcony's safe. The double doors are closed right now. They're just working.
We should have given some kind of signal.
We really should have. I'm thinking okay, what's the plan?
Okay, I'm still the best guy to open it. I'll try to sneak in.
+7 minus 4.
Yeah, my sheet doesn't take into account my armor penalty.
Hey, I see. Okay.
It should, but for whatever reason it doesn't. It takes the armor check penalty in for ride, swim, fly, but not that one.
So he's crashing again?
Do what?
So who's going to try and go in?
Hey, I'm gonna crack the door and try to peek inside.
I roll me a stealth to see if anyone actually notices the door opening.
I'm going to listen for sounds of struggle. Which I suppose I should roll perception.
Oh yeah, no one hears you. Because you're on such a high stealth, giving out ones release, you notice the door. So you're just kind of listening in. If there's trouble. So when you open the door, you will see. You appear. Let me see if I can make it like a little bit. Yeah. No, wait, that's a terrible color. Yeah, we'll do that. And then, so again, you'll see 3 kids. And they're all kind of just working at little stations.
I really missed it first pass around, but what are they working on?
They're kind of, what is it? The best way to describe it is they're kind of making, kind of like gruel. They're using a lot of the fish guts and whatnot to sort of, and like seaweeds, a lot of different things they can kind of make around to make, like really basic food. Just so they can sell it. And a lot of things that Lamb does at this place is he'll take a lot of the fish that people don't really sell, like the really like dead fish,
entrails,
entrails, stuff like that, and tries to make it into actual food that people will buy, because there's kind of like slums in certain areas, so that people would pay money for even just basic food for sustenance.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's great.
So yeah, these guys don't notice. It's a hot dog factory.
The door's not open on our side, right? We're not seeing this.
No, we're just
Right, this door is, yeah, it's just Galgo listening. Only door right open is right here.
I'll lean over my shoulder and whisper to, is it Elamon? Should we go in?
I'll nod and motion at the door.
In all my hobgoblin stealthiness, I will attempt to go through the door in a stealthy manner.
Okay.
Would you like a new roll for that?
Yes.
Do I spot him trying to come in?
We'll see. Let me see his roll first.
Okay.
Well, I guess you can both roll at the same time. Yeah.
5 plus 3.
Is it just a perception?
Yeah.
All about that 11.
All about that 11.
Seriously.
The adventure of mediocre performance.
Well, hilariously enough, they don't hear you still. So,
Wow.
yeah,
There's
it's.
some dumb children.
I mean, the children are busy doing whatever they're doing. I just rolled for Mr. Orc because he's here. So yeah, you see him kind of open the door as he enters the room. I will give you guys like a surprise round, I guess, since they don't really know that you're in there yet.
You want initiative?
Yeah, let's get initiatives out of the way. Let me add this dude.
Wait, so York did spot us?
He didn't.
Did not.
I had something I wanted to try before combat started.
Oh, go ahead. You can tell me. We can probably work it out.
I'm gonna kind of wave frantically at Galgul to telling him not to go any further, and I'm gonna try to sneak up to the York and
I'll do it. Roll thing.
yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak up to the York, and I'm gonna hold my finger to my mouth as I walk past the kids to try to tell them to keep quiet.
Oh, you moved before me anyway, so.
Hold on, I'm just getting these numbers in before I start.
Oh, and there's my initiative. Oh, you rolled mine. That works.
So sorry, we're waiting for Aiden to try to make
I'm
some things happen.
finishing the rolls for the kids, and then
Yeah, I thought we were waiting on cursing.
alright, go ahead.
Just stealth, or
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to sneak up to the York and tell the kids to be quiet.
You're going to.
But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna hold my finger up to my mouth.
I don't know how Pathfinder handles that, but I'm pretty sure in basic like D20 games you have to take the action regardless and then roll the stealth and see whether it works.
That makes sense.
Can I do it right?
I think you also either. Yeah, just roll stealth. I mean, you'll still do it, but whether or not you actually are out or not will be where the kids will react to, or the orc will react to you. Jesus.
Holy crap.
You got the good dice tonight.
So yeah, the kids are kind of like... I doubt the kids will actually even see you, but... Yeah, kids don't even really actually notice you, so they're still kind of just busy doing their thing. I doubt the orc is going to even roll close enough to the kid. Actually, no, he can't. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and move how you want to and finish your action. Because they don't even notice you yet.
I guess I'm gonna sneak attack.
I hate that when you're at work and somebody sneaks in and you lose your
You can't.
Depends on the day, man.
Might be a perfect routine.
Since I forgot to bring the book to the desk, it's just... Sneak attack is just for the damage roll, not the...
Yeah, exactly. You're still going to roll the hit, and then you're just going to go from there. So like, you're going to roll your normal hit, and then the sneak attack damage. Or your normal damage, and then your sneak attack damage. Yeah. So you don't hit. So you don't hit. So he's now lose everybody. So we will go with the normal turn order now. And obviously the beast goes first because the beast rolls like a maniac.
So I guess Tiny can occupy a space with a medium creature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna walk up kind of under Aiden and totally curse whatever this thing is.
I just love the concept of the centipede cursing.
Well, yeah, centipede, like, climbing up onto your back is definitely a sign of the god's disfavor, right?
Correct.
I think you're right.
So, there's no... Oh, it's not even a touch attack. He doesn't have to get there, I'm sorry. It's a range of 25 feet, so you can go from on the water tank. Just wiggles its little antennae And there's not even a saving throw. But this creature has to roll twice for checks and attacks for one turn, and for one round or until discharge, and it uses the lowest roll.
Oh, cool. Alright.
So
That's awesome.
so use both.
Nuffle.
Yeah, witches are pretty good for debuffing and crazy stuff like that.
I'll walk into the doorway and see Galgul. I'll give Galgul the thumbs up. And I'll cast a fortune hex, so you get good luck for one round, and you can call upon it.
Wait, did he get fortune?
I fortuned Aiden.
Oh, okay.
So fortune hex.
Is that like a positive reroll, or?
You can roll twice. You can re-roll any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, or skill check and take the better result.
Sweet.
So you won't throw the javelin in the butt.
No axe javelins.
I think I've learned my lesson.
Alright, Aiden. It's your turn.
Oh god. I have a 5, I believe.
I know I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to run back toward the door.
Just do a,
If you
if you do a 5-foot step out, you could
Yeah.
do it without taking a hit.
pretty much.
He'd still be able to. Well, he'd catch back up to me if he was
Actually, let me
obsessed either way.
let me make sure what his weapon is before. Let's see. He has like a kukra, so he can't reach you. So if he did take a 5-foot step back, you'd be fine. He would have to move.
Is he flat-footed because of surprise? Because then he wouldn't get the attack of opportunity.
He was flat-footed when he tried to do the sneak attack. He's sort of aware that everyone's
People trying to kill and
Yeah.
failing. Alerted him to that. Got it. That makes sense.
The knife flashing by his ear.
When it hit his arm, it went chink. He's like, "What?"
I'm really unobservant, so yeah, that was no time.
So do you want to take the 5-foot step? I mean, you technically could also try and hit him and then shift back.
That'd probably be the smart thing to do. Yeah, I'll take a swing at him and then back up. And fail miserably, sure. Used up all my luck on those stealth rolls.
That actually hits. Roll for damage.
That's -1 for strength with a short sword too, isn't it?
Because you're a small character, right?
No, medium, half elf.
No, you should be just regular then. Okay, so you do 2 damage.
Okay, that'll take my 5-foot back.
I'll go.
We'll move up next to Mr. Half Elf. And I will attack Mr. Would it work? Is that what you said it was?
It's a human.
Mr. Payne, I'm gonna attack.
I could take it back. He's a gnome, but I didn't have
You know
to.
what?
He's actually a gnome.
Son of a bitch. her desk. She's probably confused.
Yeah, that hits. So yeah, you pretty much slash down and chop him off. He's not quite a sturdy person, so he's actually dead.
That didn't take much.
No, really. He's not really a very important person. He's also a no.
What were you saying?
I'm gonna guess we just scared the shit out of the kids, though.
Yeah, the kids are kind of like
probably accurate. We just
blood spotted on this guy, blood spotted on this guy. They're kind of like, what the hell is going on? Like, really, all of a sudden, this guy just kind of died right next to them.
I'll step out of the doorway.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere that they can go looks like it's blocked.
I didn't even get to walk through the door. I didn't even live in the gnome. You bastards.
Oh shit, did we kill your cousin? Oh dang, I'm sorry.
They're like, well, Hookshanks was kind of a dick. It's like he made us work long hours. It's like, who are you guys?
we're the good guys.
Are we still in initiative order?
Oh, you're out. You're out of combat.
Okay. Is he dead or is
Oh,
he
he's
just
dead.
dying?
He is gone.
Damn it.
You probably.
I mean, why did you guys want to interrogate him?
Well, no, I was just gonna say if he's dying but not dead, I would stabilize him.
Ah. No, he's pretty gone. That 9 did him in good. He had like 8 health to begin with.
Blame Swordfish for swinging too hard.
I will express disappointment at the loss of one of my kind.
So the kids are pretty much like, what do you guys want? They kind of were scared because they think you're gonna kind of kill them.
Again, we're here for Lamb, not for you. Is he around?
He's looking at the other ones to kind of see if they think they should tell the information. The other one's kind of just like nod, looking at like, dude, there was this caterpillar that casted spells. Or
We're here. We're here to help. Your friends are already safe. You can do whatever you want after you get out of here. We're not going to stop you.
I'll put my hands up and say, like, I worked in the labs. I know how this goes. You got no worries for me. I grew up dockside myself, right? No strife, no beef. We're just here for Lamb. Is he here or no?
He's downstairs, but I've only seen him come out from the ship.
Thanks. Good to know.
The kids kind of look around, they're like, can we go?
If you want.
I'll tell them the same thing we told the other kids that they're free to engage her, and I would suggest that they take refuge in one of the nearby temples, hoping that they're going to be safe there.
Oh, okay. So you gotta like motions out, and they just books it. They just follow. They're like, why do you for us?
So the ship.
Can we even get to the boat? Do we have to take the dock around on the outside?
Yeah, the way to the boat is pretty much through the back alley that you guys came through.
We haven't been in the A4 room yet, have we?
No.
No.
You've been in pretty much everywhere except for
the labels.
this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought those were just like spots on the floor.
That's where the kids do not
It makes a
place.
lot more sense now, you guys.
I'll start looking around the room. Like, what is like? Is there money? Is there junk around?
In the room that you're in right now.
Is there like in the room that we're in now? Is there stuff that's really flammable?
Not really. Like,
Okay.
Hold on.
I mean, unless you want to put the food on fire, but
You're gonna need to say more than just why you want to find flammable things. I have a concern about your blind here.
Oh, well, okay. Bushi will say, like, well, there's I'm looking for anything flammable in the room. If Lamb's on the boat, we pretty much have him trapped. As might be a non-confrontational way to solve our problem. That's
I will express discontent at that idea. I do not believe that we should be murdering a man by lighting his home on fire.
If you feel more comfortable stabbing him in the face, that's fine. I didn't
say stab. I didn't say stab. I can't even reach his face. Okay.
I'm just thinking what is safest, but that's fine. Whatever.
Perhaps we should make sure the man is on the boat and then worry about the murdering.
I will sadly but respectfully agree with my furry friend.
one person
Is
is the
somebody
roll.
with a better perception roll than me do the perception, or do I have to do the perception since I did the killing?
Oh, that's right. I was doing the killer gets to do the perception roll. I mean, it's up to you guys. Like, if you want to do the highest one, does it? But I kind of like the fact that the person who killed it has to try and figure it out.
Until that gets to us saying, like, wait, let me kill him because I found better stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
That said, I mean, I think we're all kind of in the same range, 4 or 5.
Who's got the magic find gear on?
So, you guys inspect the corpse and you pretty much find, well, I need something then. One piece of studded leather armor, a cuirass, which is just a 1d3 weapon. Actually, it's 1d4. It's 1d3 because he's a gnome. So it's a 1d4 weapon.
A small gear.
Yeah. A disguise kit, and yeah, that's about it.
I'm going to pick up the studded leather armor and hold it up to Elmon and just kind of see if it looks like it's going to fit.
Yeah. Realize the armor, since it's fitted for a gnome, it would only really fit on small races. So I don't know how you guys want to split the items.
Technicality, the armor's better than mine, but I think I'd rather stick to my lighter armor and the lower check penalty. So
I have no need for this.
Okay. I mean, you guys can always
it has a lot of blood on it. I'm really not interested.
I'll take it. If nobody else will.
You may have the bloodstained armor. Who's up?
Probably better than my steaks, although I doubt I could use it. But it would look.
Cuirass is, I think, are martial weapons.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's no way I can use that unless it's like halfway tribal specific. I have no idea, so not very bad.
Let's see.
But I'll hold on to it because it's sharp and maybe I can sell it later.
Yeah.
I don't actually have any sharp things. Crossbow bolts.
Yeah, it is flammable. We could light it on fire.
Look, I'm expecting a drug lab, right?
Alright.
Can we go through this door?
This one? You definitely could.
Okay, I want to crack this door open. Seeing as how we appear to have exhausted the immediate threats in the area.
Okay. So you open the door. Let's
Famous last words.
see if I can find it. You're pretty much fine. Wow. It's a dog. It's very smushed dog.
It's not supposed to be a dog.
Let me see if I can find a better. Yeah, there we go. Better picture. Bam. I'll just delete that one. Just find a dog there. He's a little worried because he smelled all the blood and he kind of heard most of the comments on. So he's kind of instead of whimpering, he's kind of like motioning away from the door because he sees that you're sort of peeking in.
So I'm gonna guess he definitely doesn't look like a war dog.
No.
Oh.
But he's the only thing in the room that you notice.
Yeah, well, given the geography situation here, I mean, I'm not tremendously worried about the dog, but I would suggest we go out the front door, and I'll maybe motion for everybody to head this direction so that we can go and move out to the docks again.
This door here, should we see what's behind it?
Alright, so he just goes in, and I mean, it's pretty much nothing, just a couple beds. You assume this is where some of the other kids slept, or some of the,
I'm not gonna steal the kids' stuff. That feels weird. It's there, like, there's no, like, huge weapons sitting in the corner or anything.
You just finished saying you were the building on fire.
They're setting the boat on fire! Or at least...
I mean, it's not really much in the room.
Because I'm not kind of a hobgoblin.
Like, they're just bunk beds. There's nothing, like, that keeps... There's nothing you can do that would keep anything valuable. There's no, like, foot lockers or anything like that.
Okay.
You are a very strange hobgoblin.
We like dogs.
That's kind of iffy, like... the goblins... like dogs, but they have their own breed of dogs that they like. Like, they don't really like regular human dogs.
Potato.
You're pretty civilized anyway, so it's not like you're gonna notice that much of a difference anymore.
I'm not trying to take the dog with me, I'm just sort of
Right.
petting the dog. To the boat?
Yes, to the boat.
Okay.
So when we open the front door, is there anything new?
Not really.
If I recall, this door was blocked, so we have to go out the front door.
Right, this door is blocked from the desk.
Yeah, right.
Entryway, like, you can get on the boat either from here or like anywhere along this railing.
Does the not elf want to go first to see what he can see, or?
Yes, I'll go first.
I'm assuming these children aren't actually here. These are just like placeholders.
I haven't taken them off the board, that's all.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So you're trying to look on the boat and see what you see, or?
Yeah, I mean, as long as the dock is unoccupied, I would suggest we just all move all the way down there.
I'll follow at a respectful distance for us not to disturb his elfy stealthiness.
I will not overtake the hobgoblin.
So Aiden, are you approaching the boat, or are you trying to see what you can see from there?
I guess I'm going to continue to circle around all the way up the pier if I don't spot anything.
Okay. So from there, I guess roll your perception, and then we can go from there.
Well done, sir.
You're like, wow, this is a nice boat.
It might be a boat.
Where'd the boat go? Where'd the boat go?
You're like, this is a boat. You're like, hey guys, there's a boat over here.
I'll just stab your eye out or something.
You like have your hand on the boat. You're like, wow, this is some really good conditioned wood.
This does not bode well.
Stevie wondered it up.
Chances are at least avoided a bit to getting spotted.
So what do you guys want to do?
You didn't even maybe if we roll a stealth.
Sneaky and useless. I like it.
I will follow Mr. Elf and attempt to be stealthy, like.
And more perceptive.
I don't know about that.
I initially don't think you can do worse.
He can roll one too.
I think you can do
Is
worse.
there stealth? Ooh, look, I actually got a good roll. And
Alright, so you stealthily move toward the boat.
perception.
Oh, that's a pretty good roll. So you can tell this boat's been here for a little while. It hasn't really been away from this dock as it's... While Aiden's going like, this is some good quality wood, you're like, it's rotted. What are you talking about? The boat itself is pretty worn down, so it probably hasn't left this dock in, you would assume, at least a year, a couple years. It's just worn down. Like this, even the mast itself, like the cloth that used to be the sails has holes in it. It's a little raggedy. You're like, if this was on at sea, you'd have thought this is a ghost ship. You see, Dora here and just the open deck right now.
So this, how do I ping?
You hold down left click.
Okay, so that area is inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like where you would think the captain's... You know like how most ships curve, and then there's like the top of the deck?
Correct.
Yeah, like this is underneath the top of the deck.
Okay.
Underneath where like the wheel would be.
Should we go in? I think that's what we came out here for.
What's our
Before,
what's the plan we want to vote? Let's maybe revisit that since we did so well with that last time.
so, I'm gonna move you here. Roll me a reflex.
Who has to do a what now?
A reflex.
Save.
Yeah. Okay, so, you take this...
Singing?
No. He takes a step onto the boat. Again, he thinks, this is a very fine conditioned boat. Everything's pretty much top notch. He takes his first step onto the dock, but his foot almost breaks through the wood. But because he's such an agile, person, he's able to get out of the way before he actually sinks down to the floor below.
I'm not sure I trust this boat.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess this isn't where Lamb is.
Well, if the boat is weak enough that an elf could break it, perhaps a bow would not.
Send the buggy in.
Worth taking a look. I'll ask the beast to go ahead. Just crawl down the side, take a look through the hole and see what, go over the mountain and see what it can see.
Okay. So that's the next map, but I'll explain exactly what the beast is. So the beast goes downstairs and he sees that.
I don't get perfect vision. I get vague impressions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so it'll tell me if there's people around and their general are they aggressive? Are they alert? Are they asleep? Are they dead? So it
goes into the floor that underneath the top of the deck. It doesn't notice anyone in the vicinity. It notices that there is where maybe cannons would have been. There is a ramp that goes underneath where you guys are right now.
Oh. Okay. A ramp that goes underneath us to further below decks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll report back. There's no one directly beneath us. It seems still is the way.
Well, I don't think we can safely go inside, so that doesn't seem like there's much else we can do here, guys.
Can the bug explore further?
We can send it down again. Yeah.
Because did the bug go below decks, or did he just go in this room here?
He went in the deck below.
Okay. And there's a further deck below that one, correct?
It's a 3-tiered ship. So the one that's right beneath you is still above water, and the one below that is actually submerged, or where the water would be submerged. It's a very elaborate boat from what I described it.
I'm gonna wander back down the dock and try to peek out over the side of that lifeboat or whatever it is sitting there, see if I can find anything.
So as you dip your head below, you see this other pathway that's beneath the docks that you were standing on. That's pretty much right on top of the waterway. And then you see the
like a second tier dock.
Yeah.
I don't see any down there.
Let me see, where's the paint button? So pretty much the area that he fell through was right here. So there's still areas you could walk on the boat.
Okay. Does the area we can see, does it look like sturdier on the steps or something?
Wait, where? Oh, you mean what do you see over here? Over here? Yeah. Oh yeah, that area. Yeah. The beast can tell that it's a little more sturdy over there.
Alright. I mean, I'm not. I'll send the beast down along that other area, and if it doesn't sense danger and something chasing after it, and nothing explodes, let's go look. We're like our apex. Yeah, we're not. Maybe not elf. It's a little full blues or whatever.
You should send the bug to find out if there's a way onto the lower level.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much the way down is through here. Because when he went down there, he saw where there was a walkway that went out into what's underneath you guys right now.
Yep.
So pretty much the two ways you can, I guess, get there right now would be either to get on the ship, or to try and repel yourself from where you are onto the ramp.
I think I will trust trying to get onto the ship and go into the ship from where I'm at, rather than try and lower myself onto a boat.
Okay. I think Bushi also. You're on the boat right now, right? Yeah. Pretty much he like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't notice anything, but yeah, he pretty much got on there just fine.
Okay.
There was only certain parts of the boat that was dangerous.
I will also get up to the boat then.
Okay. So we're gonna move to the other map. Yay!
Oh Lord.
Progress.
I'm still using the stock crap maps because I haven't adjusted. So let's see. I need to move the marker. Where's the marker? Bam.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
So let me see. I need to get the tokens out here.
That was almost like a slow pan. Now go get more coffee.
Go for it. Where are the other ones I used? I guess I didn't archive the rest of them. Alright, give me a second to find them.
Nobody watching the stream.
There was a couple people who stopped by. Trying to figure out how I found the other one. Or I'll just find a cleric and just go from there. And then find the other familiar. So I searched familiar, and for some reason, like, it kind of gave up after a while, and it started showing me guns. I'm like, what? What? That makes no sense.
That's what I want for a familiar. You keep your centipede, I want like an AK.
Yeah. Sadly, nobody got to be a gunslinger.
And if you guys have like pictures of things you want to use for your tokens, feel free to just throw them my way and we'll use those. Alright, let's see. So I have those. I'll find a real centipede picture. Okay. Let me see. So I think that's wow. So I guess I have to reset the our controls every time we switch maps.
That's annoying.
Slightly. Or maybe I'm just missing something obvious and then I'll have to figure that out. Let's see.
How do people stand that UI in Path of Exile? That drove me completely off a wall in like 5 minutes of trying the game.
The stats one, or?
Well, just like the whole thing, it's missing like so much basic shortcuts that even Diablo 2 had a decade ago.
Yeah, it feels really throwbacky, and I thought that was part of like what they were going for, was just like a old simple dungeon crawl. Don't do it all yourself. But
yeah, that's what I thought too. Like I didn't actually play it, but when I saw from streams, I was like, okay, I'm kind of watching the same thing from back in the day.
You don't have to make your own maps with graph paper. It's just not as cool. Wizardry on the Apple II, my earliest gaming experience.
I always did all mine by hand. It was just time consuming as all hell, but just the easiest way to do.
Oh, you know what? I think I figured out how that. Okay. Because I can just set it to the character. I just set the icons to the character and automatically assigns to you guys. Alright. So you guys are downstairs on the boat. Something really much to describe because you're in a boat. Yeah, so go ahead and figure out what you guys want to do?
I'll head out onto the dock, I guess, and be a little more careful this time.
I think you're perfectly careful, just not particularly observant. I'll follow behind him at a respectable distance.
Are you walking out there stealthily or just walking out there?
Yeah, I'm still being very, very moving as quietly as I can. I have no idea what to expect.
Throw me a stealth roll, and we'll go from there. Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, nothing really detects you.
So what's the dock situation here? What do we see him?
Nothing's really out here. It's kind of just docks. Wow. You're just underneath the pier. You see that it kind of leads into a building.
Do you want to have a go at the door, or would you like me to go first? I say to anybody who's listening.
I'll take a peek. I'll try not to be too suicidal this time. One of us should check that boat out.
Yeah. Go take a look at the boat.
I'm following behind Aiden. Do you want a stealth roll? I will try and be.
So, yeah, go for it. For the boat, there's really nothing much on there. It's just kind of a means to get places through the waterways.
Is it functional?
Yeah.
Not seaworthy, but because it might be worth taking in. But
Yeah, like if something was going on upstairs that was pretty
Harry,
obvious, he can.
it's an escape boat.
Yeah, essentially.
We'll let you sit there.
So continue with Aiden's stealth roll. You open the door to kind of just take a peek inside. Excuse me. Let's see. You. Let's see. You notice off in the corner. There's one person there, and you see him kind of sitting down on his legs, throwing stuff into the water.
Is he armed? Or visibly armed, I should say?
Nothing that you can see.
Oh,
Where is he in the room?
Get the tokens. See him right there.
But he needs a razor, holy man.
oh, I think we'll give him one.
Yeah, da.
So the razor
Okay,
fire.
I'm gonna make my way across to the opposite end of the room and open the side door if nobody stops me.
The side door that's standing right by the guy that's there?
This...
That's a window.
Yeah, these are all windows.
Okay, so there's no other doors then.
No, it's just that's the door and that's the only 2 doors.
Okay, when I see him going in, I am following.
Roll. Let's see if he actually notices you coming in.
Yeah, I'm assuming we had the opportunity to at least do like this and move up to like next to the door.
Yeah. Sorry. He gets to move in and whatnot. I'm gonna see if he's spotted. So you're gonna put you right there. You're pretty much spotted. He sees you kind of come inside. Actually, let me try this first. Yeah, he'll still notice you come in. So I mean, he kind of starts standing up. It's like gives you kind of this weird look. He's not really able to figure out what you're doing, but he's like, "Why are you here?"
Does Aiden recognize him?
We've seen a picture of Lamb, haven't we?
Well, I think many of us have seen Lamb.
I don't think any of you guys. Oh, yeah, I don't think a picture has actually been shown of Lamb. Aiden hasn't actually met Lamb before. I think the only ones who's met Lamb before is Goggle and Bushi. You and Eleanor have heard of him, and you kind of had descriptions, but you've never actually seen him in person, so.
Well, I mean, we know he's older, and we know that he's a human.
Scuzzy human. Notes. Any spells or anything that I've seen.
Well, I'd like to follow Aiden in if I can at this opportunity to.
Well, Aiden still has to respond to his
Are you with Lamb?
Excuse me. I added one more thing before I. There you go.
Then you're a dead man.
What the? He's a little surprised, but starts to sort of panic. Also, this is his crocodile, which he was throwing stuff to.
Is that crocodile? What a crocodile.
So he starts getting ready because he thinks you're obviously going to try and kill him. So go ahead and start off the initiatives. Poor Beats, he's all the way back here.
He's watching the exits. Also, I don't like to hit him in real fights because he has 3 hit points.
He can take it.
Yeah.
What's the armor class bonus for being tiny?
Oh, he's like not hittable. It's just, he's at 19 normally, 15 flat-footed. Like I think the armor class is technically VAF.
Oh, let's see.
But like if he falls off the bed, he takes some damage to that.
Womp womp.
Oh,
Wow. This is my place in the drive.
Oh, Galvers. Yeah, alligator. Let's see, so how much is initiative? Alright. Let's see. Connor, did you roll initiative? Oh, there. Okay. And then sword. Who wants to go first between Galgul and Boucher?
I will let Galgul take the way.
Alright. So Galgul, you get first turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can take 2 move actions and I just can't attack.
Alright.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do a fairly standard hobgoblin challenge attack spiel.
He's looking at you, he's like, "You! I remember you. I should have killed you."
Yes, you should have. Well, what did I do? What did I do? Okay.
Boucher? Do you remember you were tortured and beaten up because you were a guard and it just couldn't end up trusting?
So I've casted my cast. Oh. No. I'll saunter in, not even a walk, but a saunter. and at a slower speed, but it looks awesome. And I will I'll make nasty eye contact with the lamb, and as he recognizes me, I'm gonna daze him.
Okay.
I think so. He gets a save, I believe, on this one. Yeah. DC 14 will negates, but
let's see. It's based off of will, right?
yeah.
Oh god, this will's pretty high. Oh, I'm just gonna botch it. So he's dazed, you said?
Yeah, days. So he takes no actions.
Yeah. Awesome.
I am the one who knocks.
So he's like, well, I'm old. And he can bring up where he is. So it's the alligator's turn. Alligator is like, what is going on? And you're like, why does the alligator talk? And you're like, alligator just talks. So alligator's gonna come with the Galgul.
I get an attack of opportunity, correct?
Yes. Sadness.
Is that just a straight attack roll?
Yeah.
Oh.
You, let's see, actually miss. So the gator just starts, moving up to you, and you just try to swing, just snaps at you, and you're like kind of worried, kind of.
It was an alligator, yeah.
So he is going to try and bite you.
I hope he has worse dice than the kids.
Do we even see Lamb with a weapon in his hand at the end yet?
An alligator.
Yeah, he's pulled out a crossbow, but he's kind of not holding on to it well because he's a little dazed. So the alligator misses. The beast was on a boat.
Yeah, Beast is gonna delay until the end.
Okay.
All you can really do is tasks for me anyways at this point. So.
Aiden, go ahead.
I'll take a shot at the alligator with my bow.
Okay.
I guess I'll take a 5-foot step to the left and make a little more room over here.
Do you have? I think it's precise shot. It's a feat. That means
No, in fact, I don't have any combat feats yet.
Okay. So essentially, you're going to roll, and because it's in combat, made a combat with Galgul, you're going to take a -4. But I mean, it's better than nothing.
This looks familiar.
I think it's a fine and noble tradition.
Alright, so you just miss. You pretty much just, the arrow flies by, it misses Galgul, but it hits the wall here. You can see Galgul's kind of like,
better than that.
Damn. Foiled again.
Elmon.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Unfortunately, I don't really have the right. Well, no, that's not true. Okay, let's do this. How do I get that thing that lets me measure range? There we go.
The ruler.
Okay, yeah, I technically have range to do this.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Command on Lamb.
Okay.
Allows me to give the subject a single command which it will obey to the best of its ability at its earliest opportunity.
Up on one leg.
So I'm going to ask him to drop his weapon, stand down, and recall his pet. Basically, just to
Stand down.
yeah, stand down, cease combat. So that's DC 14 will save for him to negate that.
So as well. Okay. Oh.
Oh shit.
So he's still a little dazed, but he's cognizant enough that he hears, these words in his head that he's, he has 4 adventures in here, and he likes his gator. He doesn't really want his gator to be turned into a pair of shoes. So you just see him drop the crossbow, and he calls out to his gator. It's like, Gobblegut, come back. So you kind of just see him looking around, not really sure what else to do. That worked out pretty well. Did you guys want to continue with the comp? Like, is anyone going to try and push forward with combat, or do you want to end combat? Because it's up to you guys.
Well, how long is that compulsion gonna last?
It's going to last one round. So, you pretty much guys have a chance. Like, I'm going to probably go to the top of the round. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the top of the round. And I'm going to put him to the...
The alligator
Put him on bottom, I think.
listens to what he says.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We'll restart the round, but he will go on the bottom. Although the beast gets the turn because he was on the bottom of that too. So if beast wants to take his movement, go for it.
The beast is gonna like basically hide out. It's not active at this point.
Alright, so then Goggle.
So I saw him put down his weapon and recall his pet. I guess I'm going to take a 5-foot step. Can I take a 5-foot step and then delay the rest of my action until, like, the alligator's turn? After
sure.
the alligator? I'm going to do that. So then I'll delay till, I guess...
I'm sorry, actually, it's either you're going to you can't split the actions.
Okay.
So, like, either you would be there and delay, or just go ahead and move and do actions. So you don't want to just delay it then?
I'm gonna delay. Yeah,
So,
I'm just gonna delay. I'm gonna see what they do and respond accordingly.
Alright, Rishi?
Alright, do I can get a couple words in, as a minor action, or as a, free action, right?
Yeah, you technically can, free action would be like a couple sentences. Like, it depends on what you're trying to do. Like, if you're trying to, like diplomacy, like if you're just trying to make a conversation.
I just want to communicate with the rest of the team and be like, interrogate or just take him out.
Okay, that's fine. You can say that.
Yeah. I mean, interrogate him or you're just taking him out.
I guess I'll respond. He put down his weapon. It's not be honorable to strike down an unarmed man.
Also, be aware, command is a 1 round. Just so.
Yeah, but I'm a stupid hobgoblin.
No, I'm just making it clear.
Yeah.
Actually, can I check and see what kind of magical bond he's got with this creature? Do I suspect it's a magical thing at all?
You could attempt to try and perceive what kind of bond they have. But you have, what was it? I thought you had animal empathy.
8. What?
I thought you had animal empathy, but I guess not.
Oh, no, I have an 8, I have Arcana.
Yeah, you can do Arcana to see if there's a magical, and then you can do that. So you don't really sense a magical bond between them. You assume.
Okay, just a normal creepy dude with an alligator pet.
Yeah.
Like normal pimpy crime lords. That's okay. I'll just walk and draw my crossbow and hold it up, like I've got him in my sights.
Okay.
Freeze, buddy.
I assume the beast is still being inactive.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fire yet. I'm not gonna be the first, but.
All right, Aiden.
Chris, that's you.
Oh, I had my mic muted. Sorry. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna hold my bow up, knock an arrow, and tell him stand down or die.
Okay.
It's over.
Are you gonna stay there? Or you,
Action, in other words.
did you want to move?
Sure. I'll take a 5-step.
Okay. Alma?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my standard action to actually make a diplomacy check and try to see if we can't not have to set him on fire.
Okay.
I'd like to ask him to come peacefully with us so that we can. I guess I'll need 6 seconds. So I just want to see the children and those he's wronged set free, and that he will face fair justice. Let's see what happens. Fire. Okay. I'm not above setting him on fire, if that's what it comes to.
Plan B.
Yeah.
Yes.
My second choice is lighting him on fire, actually.
So let's see, because right now he's technically...
Now everybody thinks it's a great idea.
My spell list has a spell I can set him on fire. I just want to burn things.
And for the record, we would have burned down the boat, and he would have been crying.
Yeah, no, it was.
30,000.
I think, because he's still technically... Like, he's been CC'd to death, so he was dazed, and then he went into being controlled. He's not considered a hostile, so his DC check for being diplomacy is pretty low. I would say that he's... So, I mean, he's already dropped his weapon. He's kind of looking around. He's sort of taking in the words that you're telling him. He knows he's kind of in deep trouble because, there's a guy with a crossbow to his left, the guy with his bow drawn to him on his other left, and then there's this, hobgoblin that's kind of have his weapon out right in front of his crocodile, who he has sort of a connection to. He looks a little panicked, but he's not sure what option he really has available to him. He kind of just slowly puts his hands up in the air and is willing to be a little bit more cooperative with you guys. So, Crocodile's kind of like, he's a crocodile. He's like,
Please tell me someone brought a rope to tie him down with.
I have a rope. I have 50 feet of fine silken rope.
Where the hell do you put all that?
it's a
I
backpack.
never tell.
So Crocodile is still not really happy with the situation. Like, Crocodile will
You have a
listen.
chicken? Let's go back to the fact that you have a chicken.
They were cheap.
So the Crocodile actually snaps at Galgo because he's not really liking the situation.
Motherfucker, we gotta kill the crocodile.
But obviously
I'm
the
kinda-
Crocodile missed. So,
I'm kind of peeking out the back door at this point, like I'm expecting guards to bust in here at any minute.
well, we're still technically in combat. So, yeah. Like the
Oh, are we?
yeah, because the Crocodile is still going to be hostile to you guys. Like,
I'm at combat.
Gaedron's is kind of giving up, but the Crocodile's not really liking, the fact that you guys control his master and then try to talk him down. So he's being very defensive on his behalf.
Put the croc in the
So Galgo, you have an
crocodile in
opportunity.
the water. Yeah, I'm gonna say in Goblin to Galagul, demand that he send the crocodile to the water.
I guess I'll yell at him.
Call off your pet.
Yeah. If the beast bites again, I will have its head. Well, not the beast, but
The beast is also like, what?
I don't think I could find the beast.
Gaijin pretty much calls out to his crocodile, telling him to back down. The crocodile just looks a little... doesn't look satisfied because, he's sort of hungering for, I guess, flesh. The meats.
Well, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay. And Bushi.
I am trying hard to be diplomatic.
I know it's not in your nature. You prefer to just jowl it up the ass, but here we are.
Well,
I'm supposed to be
I
the
don't have a
smooth
clear
talker
shot.
here. You're making me look bad.
I have a complex when a short person does that to you. So that's not how I am.
Okay, well, as soon as I can get to him and Mr. Crocodile is not in my way, we're tying his ass up.
Good plan.
Yeah, actually, I'll come up behind him now and tell him to get
Assuming position.
yeah, drop to your knees. Look at the ground and tell your beast to back down.
Okay.
Your time of ruling over the poor of this town like a tyrant is over. I'm getting carried away with this. This is fun, and I hate this guy to pieces. So, yeah. Oh.
Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's Gaijin's turn, and he looks to the alligator. He's like, he realizes that you guys are going to kill him if he doesn't do anything. So he's calling him away, he's telling him to go in the water and just to run. He doesn't really see that the alligator is really going to live through this if he continues to be aggressive. So he, while he's on his knees, you see him pick up the crossbow and he just shoots right next to the crocodile, just so to kind of try to get him to go away. And then he just drops his crossbow immediately after. And then the crocodile, just kind of starts swimming off. And then he sees the beast, and he's like, "The fuck?" And he just keeps going.
So.
Okay, so combat is now over.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, somebody knows how to use a rope, tie his ass up.
So what are we, sorry, not in character here, but like, what are we doing with this guy now? Like, are we taking him back to the place we met that chick at? Do we know our way back there?
Oh, for me?
No, I'm just asking the rest of these guys, like,
Oh, okay.
Are we returning with this prisoner, or are we, like, what are we doing with him? Yeah, exactly. Since we're not killing him at this exact moment, what are we doing with him?
We should have killed him anyway. I think we should turn him over to the Hell Knights. They'll give him a fate worse than death.
This man has committed many crimes and is probably deserving death, but I'm not sure that is our judgment to make.
I'm not saying it is. The Hell Knights are a branch of the law. They just take things a little more seriously than the city guard does.
So what's your guys' consensus?
I have no issue with that.
I guess my only... Nicely done. There we go. Much better. My only concern is that...
Oh god.
Oh.
I scared him off.
You really wanted to kill him?
Startles easily. My only concern is that if we do turn him in, I worry that because he's probably well connected to some of the other like people of the underworld and some of the nobles who are tied up in the darker dealings of Corvosa, turning him in might not actually ensure that he isn't, or ensure that he is held culpable for his crimes.
Who do you work for, Lamb?
He just looks around. It's like, you guys really have no idea. I'm my own boss. I've been in this.
Sorry, what?
He just says I'm my own boss. I've been running this operation for years.
Do you have anything to say in your defense?
I should have killed all of you.
Well,
He's admitted to his crimes. He's shown no repentance. I know that it is not a friendly action to cast judgment ourselves, but I think he's deserving it, and I would be willing to met out his justice.
I'd be more than happy to kill him right here, but if you find folks want to just turn him over to the law enforcement, send him to the Hell Knights.
I would much prefer to see him turned over to the Arbiters. I believe that we've done our diligence here. If by some miracle circumstance he escapes the Arbiters, then so be it. His fate will be sealed.
You speak wise words. I will defer to your judgment.
The authorities have had plenty of time to deal with this.
You're pretty low now.
Haven't seen fit to do it. Down here on the docks, we have to clean up after ourselves.
Both of my little brothers make compelling arguments.
Alright, so you guys just want to grab him?
I say we let the widow decide his fate.
Before we turn him over, regardless, I would know what has come of his other prisoners and where the other children that he's taken from their homes and families have been sent to.
He looks at you and is like, this is my headquarters. I only stay at one place. To have other places of operation endangers my own security.
I'd like to roll a sense motive on that.
Oh yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Who are the Arbiters? Is that something just not Corvosa specific?
No, it's Corvosa specific. There's three arms of the government: the magistrates, the monarchy, and the arbiters. The arbiters are like the judges.
I'm thinking of the military branches. That's why I couldn't figure out. Okay. I should have caught that.
Page 6 of your Curse of the Crimson Throne manual.
So you guys want to leave here with him tied up then?
Let's go through his stuff and see if he's got anything worthwhile
Yeah.
in the room back there.
Okay.
Also, it would be good to know like where we're at in terms of like time of day and day of the week too. Because if it's high noon on a weekday, I don't want to be tromping through town with a prisoner being dragged by length of rope.
It's kind of like middle-ish of the day.
Yeah.
I say we wait till dark and then take him where we're going.
Okay. So.
We gag him and blindfold him and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So you guys wanted to check his person. He doesn't really have many items on him. He has. I mean, obviously you saw he has a crossbow. It's a masterwork quality, so it has +1 to hit. And then he also has a masterwork dagger, which is also +1 to hit. He had a couple extra spare bolts on himself too. He had like 5 bolts.
Love that crossbow. If everybody's okay with that.
I have no use for it.
For me,
Better than my dinky one.
Have at it.
Thanks.
who uses a dagger? Not elf? That sounds like something you would use.
Yes, I could put it to use.
And so you guys said you wanted to check the room?
Yeah.
So the room is pretty not well kept. I mean, he's obviously not one of wealth or really of status. You go in and you see a bed that's just like full of bed bugs and mites. You see a hat box, and you see let's see what else you see. You see a wooden box. Actually, you see 2 wooden boxes. And then a footlocker.
Do they open?
The footlocker is locked, but everything else seems to be openable, yeah.
I will open one of the boxes.
Which one are you opening?
One of the boxes that you said was openable.
So there's 2. Alright, so you open one of the wooden boxes. You see inside about. Let's see this 4 of you guys. So you see there's about 20 gold pieces. So split among you is fine.
I'm gonna guess if you've got a thieves kit, that lockpicking is just a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Well, I think it's still the same old device. Let me double check.
While he's doing that, I'll divvy up the gold that was in that box, and I'll open the other box.
In the other box, you find a set of cards, a set of tarot decks.
I'll recall that I think the gal who hired us, had cards stolen, had her deck stolen, something along those lines. Am I remembering correctly?
Yeah.
I'll suggest that we return what is rightfully hers.
Okay.
I'll try to pick the lock on the footlocker then if I can.
Let's see. Yes, you have Thieves' Soul, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Yes.
Yeah, you pop that open. You see inside that there's not really there aren't really a lot of items of value. You find. Let's see, what do you want to get? You find a gold ingot. Let's see what else you find. A miniature. Well, actually, you find a lot of stuff worth of value. You find a gold ingot. You find a golden crown. You see a beautiful brooch with a broken clasp.
I guess I'll take the goal and leave the clasp. Approach.
I'm looking at these. I'll detect magic on the room, but generally, but specifically with an eye towards this the brooch with the broken clasp. Anything you didn't like? Do I get anything off of that?
You did a check for it, right?
Detect magic.
The spell detect.
Yeah.
You're not sensing any magic from the brooch. The brooch itself is just like a regular, high quality gem attached to the clasp.
Anything else in the room?
There's a hat box.
The hat box seems to have a magic aura.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think it's in general.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
It's a cone that's like up to 60 feet.
The only thing that you feel a magical aura from is the tarot deck that you guys found in the other box.
Okay, yeah.
Your gold something.
I think it's a gold ignet.
Okay, gold ingot, gold crown. I knew it. There was a kind of a couldn't quite hear what he said.
Yeah.
Crown like a coin or crown like a fancy hat?
It's like a crown. It's not like a full. It's not gonna fit on a person.
Thing.
I mean, I'm no expert, but I might know a guy who knows a guy. I think we might be able to get things out of this.
Part of Aiden's background is that he and his ex-wife ran a fancy business.
You would be a lot better at it. I just have a cousin, and he's kind of shitty, but so.
He actually did some of that himself, so that's something he'd probably be pretty good at.
Well, I would, yeah, I agree with that. So let's, we search the room, wait till dark, and, are we gonna haul him back to the widow to see what she wants done, or just take him straight to the authorities?
Is there
Her job?
It's
her call. And we take her to her first. Maybe she wants something a little more personal. Maybe she wants to be able to drag him down. She'd have more evidence than we did. Stolen deck.
Well, I'm thinking the boat that the beast is watching for us might be a good way of transporting him where we want to go. Perhaps? I don't know.
I'm not big on boats or water.
I think we need draw less attention that way.
I mean, you still have to take land to get to where she was. So.
Right. Through the street, but I mean, I agree that like parading a fairly a potentially well-known crime dude through the streets might cause a big stir.
Might my character know someone that they get hired to transport him?
be like, wow, this guy's really shady. And he's on our team.